Hey guys, so today we're going to go over the 3 new sparking characters that they're going to be introducing tomorrow as the first, hopefully the first of 2 banners introduced during the Dragon Ball Saga episode campaign. We of course have Master Roshi, this is the first character, then we have Android 8, and then lastly we have Path to Power Kid Goku. So 3 sparking characters coming for this banner. That is very good. I think that's at the minimum of what Dragon Ball Saga needed. Or I guess not Dragon Ball Saga, but Tag Dragon Ball needed to actually be a team. Because right now they have 0 usable characters. So let's go ahead and take a look at Roshi first. So for Goku, they actually posted his details fully on the site. So we will take a look at Kid Goku on the website. But for Roshi and Android 8, we have to take a look at the video here because this is the only place they have their info here. All right, so let's take a look at Master Roshi. So this is Roshi. His only tag is Dragon Ball, but he's on movies. So at least he has access to movies there. So he's actually an HP buffer. Okay, for Dragon Ball and for movies. Nice. Dragon Ball definitely needed that. All right, so they're starting right away with his special move. Deals massive impact damage, 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts upon activation. And then on hit, he reduces ki by 60 and then cancels attribute upgrades 3 times. Not bad. Definitely not bad. Nothing like super broken there. All right, Roshi, what else you got? The ultimate. Oh yeah, he has an ultimate. So both of the new sparkings besides Goku have ultimates, which is definitely nice. So deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, and then cancels attribute downgrades. The following effects occur on hit. A portion of the damage inflicted will also be dealt to enemy members on standby, so that's an AoE effect. And then he cancels enemies' attribute upgrades with blast armor. So he's canceling attribute upgrades on his ultimate hitting and on his blue card hitting. This should hit pretty hard. I mean, for a regular 1% sparking to get 50% ultimate damage, I think that's pretty high, I think. And then, of course, it doing AoE damage is very, very good. So it's just a bunch of extra damage from Roshi. He is yellow, so, you know, you catch, I don't know, well, I mean, Goku and Frieza go type neutral against blues and ultimates, but you catch a purple unit like sidestepping or whatever with this Roshi's ultimate, it's going to do a lot of damage to the whole team. All right, what's next? Oops. Let's see here. All right, next page. So his green card. I like his sprite too. It's just a buff guy without a shirt and he has a jetpack on. I like the background too. All right, so Master Roshi's green card draws a special move arts card next. Okay, I think, is it a stop time? Actually, let me see the animation here. They show it. They do. It is him. Yeah, it's him powering up the, well, that's like the initial pose he does before he does the Kamehameha. By the way, I like how they're doing this now because I don't think they used to do this during these reveals where they show the animations next to the descriptions. So he force draws a blue card. It doesn't say once only on that. So is this a green card that's going to draw you a blue card without having a cap? So you can just force draw a million blue cards? It's pretty interesting. Restores ki by 50, 20% to ultimate damage inflicted for 20 counts. That's stackable. It does not say cannot be stacked. So if you have... You know what I'm going to be looking for, actually? Because they're not going to tell us this here. What if this guy, like, holds a green card? Roshi, what, like, if Path to Power Kid Goku or Android 8 or this Roshi holds a green card, and then you can just spam 5 million green cards, charge this guy's ultimate damage up 1 billion%, and then you hit someone with it and it does AoE damage, that could be interesting. So that's definitely what they intended, I think, because it doesn't say cannot be stacked. 30% to the next special move damage inflicted, that can't be stacked. He nullifies unfavorable element factors, so we can actually go type neutral. So this guy attacking a red character, such as Vegito Blue, you can press this, then press the main ability into the ultimate to chain in a type neutral ult on like Vegito Blue or hit or something like that. Cancels all enemies' buff effects, activates once. That's pretty strong too. I like this. I like the strategy they want to encourage by just letting you stack up ultimate damage by 1 billion%. All right, so unique abilities has a special cover change against blast arts attacks. That's interesting. So I would say 80% of the cover changes we get have been strike recently. So getting a guy that actually has a cover change against a blast card is pretty good. Following effects occur when changing cover. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special move arts card next. So if you cover change against a blast, he's able to draw that blue card guaranteed and then combo it in. Restores own ki by 30. Falling effects occur. So when he changes cover, he gets 30 ki. Does that matter? I don't think so. That doesn't matter at all, actually. 20% to damage inflicted, 15 counts. 20% to special move damage inflicted, 15 counts. I mean, I guess it could matter if somehow you cover change and you don't have enough ki to use the blue card that you draw, I guess. I don't know. Reduce enemy ki by 25. That's really good. I mean, it's not like a crazy effect, but it's pretty good. And then -1 card draw speed for 10 counts is nice. That is actually a pretty good effect against like Ultra Vegito Blue, but I don't know how many times you're going to be cover changing into an Ultra Vegito Blue combo with Yellow Roshi. We'll see. We'll see. Let me actually move my face cam up so you can see the rest of this. The following effects occur when this character is switched to standby. Restores own health by 10%, unlimited times. That's good. Increases own Dragon Balls by 1. Okay, that activates 1 time. 20% damage inflicted by allies, and then 15% to special move damage inflicted by allies. So I guess we're supporting damage, and then specifically special move damage on top of that. Seems interesting. Definitely gonna have to see the full kit before I can make any judgments here, but he seems, he's at least competent, so that's cool. Let's move on to Android 8. All right, so Android 8, of course, I think he's actually going to be on a decent amount of teams. He's on Dragon Ball, which hopefully will be a viable team here. Android, of course, is viable, and then he's also going to be on movies. He is blue, and he's melee type. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't think this guy's going to be replacing 17 on androids. I mean, he's a melee type character, so maybe he won't fit on androids anyway. But for sure, movies is going to be more strike-based, right? And then I think Roshi was a melee type, was he not? Let me just see. Was Roshi a melee type? He's a range type. Okay. Interesting. So Android 8's going to be a melee type here. So 30% to Dragon Ball or movies or androids, strike, attack, and defense. And then an additional blast attack buff to Dragon Ball. Special cover change against strike arts. So Roshi covers against blast, and then Android 8 covers against strike. I wonder if Kid Goku has a universal cover change. Applies the following effects to enemy when changing cover. Destroys 2 cards, reduces vanishing gauge to 0, and reduces Dragon Balls? Okay. I mean, you guys know how good destroying 2 cards in on cover change is. It's Future Gohan. So you're really going to want to watch out for drop combos with this character. If you get drop comboed on, this guy's losing a lot of value. He is, for sure. That's a really strong cover change effect, because on top of that, he also has a cover change against strikes. That's a good cover change ability there. Okay. Then we have the green card, which is a stop time ability. Restores own ki by 40. 50% to damage inflicted for 50 counts. Cannot be stacked and cannot be canceled. 50% to own ki recovery for 50 counts. Cannot be stacked, cannot be canceled. That's 50%. That's a lot. Increases card draw speed by 1 level for 50 counts. And then he gets another level of card draw speed for 10 counts. So he just gets double card draw speed on green card. And he gets 40 ki. -5 to own strike and blast arts cost for 10 counts. Cover null for 5 counts on green card. This is really making me think that one of these guys is going to hold a green card. Is Goku going to hold a green card, or like is Roshi going to hold a green card here? This guy's green card looks pretty stupid for a stop time. Applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Oh, he just draws a green card twice. That is really powerful. Force drawing a stop time effect like that is pretty strong. Restores health by 10%, restores ki by 25, 70% damage inflicted, sure. So he's healing and getting ki back and stuff as well. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Okay, they don't really give us much to go off of for Android 8, but he looks pretty good from what we've seen here so far. All right, so we've seen these 2 banner units, the 1% Sparkings, Android 8, and Master Roshi. I am going to go over to the official website, and we're going to take a look at how good Kid Goku looks here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got for our buddy, LF Path to Power Kid Goku. Legends Limited Kid Goku has a new type of unique gauge that activates various effects when you gain Dragon Balls. Every time you gain a Dragon Ball, the unique gauge will increase, and you'll recover health, increase damage inflicted, and decrease blast and special move arts costs. When the unique gauge is full, this Goku will recover a ton of health, and increase special move and ultimate damage inflicted by a lot. By a lot, huh? What's more, allies will receive health recovery and a boost to damage inflicted. For every Dragon Ball you obtain while this character is in the battlefield, you recover ki, draw 1 random card if Goku has 3 or fewer cards, and nullify the enemy's special cover changes for a set number of timer counts. This Goku's abilities make it easier to gain Dragon Balls, which in turn make it easy to build the unique gauge, and all the while you won't have to pull your punches. Goku has an endurance effect, making it so this character can take the brunt of your opponent's attacks. Plus, if you use special arts while there are defeated battle members, unfavorable element factors will be nullified, and the vanishing gauge will be restored by a set amount. When activating the Rising Rush, it will apply an uncancelable buff that nullifies the enemy's special cover changes, so you can unleash it without worry. That's what I'm talking about. This character excels in offense and defense throughout the entire battle, so make good use of it. Why is he purple? What? I just saw that he's purple. What? Ultra Gogeta Blue, Captain Ginyu, Cell, Goku and Frieza. And now we're getting this guy's purple. Purple. What about, oh, I don't know, maybe green? We have Rose and Orange Piccolo. Who else? What other character? Magenta? On occasion, you see him ran on androids. Revival UI? Why would you? Well, if you have the optimal build for Universe Reps, why would you ever use him? You won't. Green has like 1.5 usable characters. Yellow, we have Kid Buu, Gammas, Jiren. That's it. That's it. Ultra Vegito Blue for red and Hit. That's it. Who else are you using? And Pan on occasion, I guess. That is actually baffling to me that he's purple. Are they doing okay? Like what? I'm just trying to think of like a single reason why he'd be purple. I mean, it's clear that so Roshi is yellow and Android 8 is blue. So they're building the color wheel for this team around Android 8. Right? Android 8 is blue. He's going to cover the weakness of red to Roshi. And then this kid Goku is going to cover the weakness of Android 8's green, right? Because this Goku's purple. So Android 8 is the center of the color wheel in this team. But they could have easily just changed the colors of all the characters and made this guy not purple. Like purple and blue are so far away ahead of every other color in the game. It's like not even remotely close. I mean, I thought blue was the best color in the game, but after this, it's purple. Purple's the best color in the game now. I mean, I haven't looked at the kit yet for this kid Goku, but are they dumb? There are other typings besides purple and blue in the game. Hello? What? Don't. It's like the mind exploding GIF where the guy's like going like this or whatever. I don't. This is one of the more baffling decisions I've seen them do, is make this character purple. I don't have any explanation. I do not. I have no clue. All right, he's on Sun Family, Saiyan, Kids, and Dragon Ball, and he's obviously also on movies. All right, main ability. With this main ability, not only will you recover health and ki, you'll draw new cards if you have 3 or fewer. You'll even draw an Ultimate Arts card next, which will allow you to keep the combos coming. Draw the Ultimate Arts card, Rock, Scissors, Paper, Tempest, Blitz next. Okay. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restores on health by 20% and ki by 50. Cancels own attribute downgrades in abnormal conditions. 60 ki on main is a lot. You don't really see characters get that much. I mean, refilling hand is nice. Drawing the ultimate. So he draws the ultimate. This is interesting. So he draws the ultimate, and then he, on top of that, is drawing 2 other cards. I don't know if that's going to synergize well. We'll have to see. So his Z ability, 38% to Dragon Ball sagas from the movies or Sun Family strike and blast attack, and then 18% to strike defense. So he's buffing both offenses. Sure. All right, so the strike card, minus 10% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self for 10 counts. Is that Ultra Kid Buu? Similar, sounds similar. Let me just see. Yeah, it's literally Kid Buu. But Kid Buu has blast armor. Kid Goku doesn't have blast armor. And then he gets, on the blast card, plus 30 to all arts costs for 3 counts. I don't think that matters. Well, okay, the instance where this would matter is when you match somebody's blast card, right? And then they like keep shooting blasts out and they just won't be able to. Oh no, never mind, it's on hit. So yeah, I don't think this matters actually. If it was on activation, it would matter, but not. So you land the blast card, and then actually I guess the only time it would matter is if the enemy's blast armoring through your blast, because then they still get affected by this. But I don't really think this is that word. I would have rather he just gotten this effect on both strike and blast, which is what Kid Buu has, right? Yeah. I think he just should have gotten that. All right, what's the blue card? When activated, the special move arts will draw a random card, or will draw random cards if Goku has 3 or fewer cards and lower allies sub count. That makes it easy to switch to another character even after Goku's special move, which can be vital in creating an effective strategy. So massive damage, falling effects occur upon activation, randomly draws at most 3 new cards and 3 or fewer cards, 30 key, and shortens ally sub count by 2. Sure, she just gains a full hand. I'll take it. The green card. So again, I always mention this in the recent breakdown videos, but every single recent like headlining character, LF or Ultra, have had broken green cards. So this is one of the major areas that I'm paying attention to here. This special arts will nullify unfavorable element factors. If there are defeated battle members in your team, you also recover your vanishing gauge. If you get the timing right by using this arts after evading the enemy's attack with a vanishing step, you'll be in a great position to attack or evade as necessary. So it's a stop time, right? Randomly draws at most two new cards. So dude, this character has like 5 million ways to draw cards. He draws cards from his main ability, he draws cards from his blue card, and he draws cards from his green card. Restores own ki by 40, 50% to the next strike or blast arts damage inflicted, shortens allies sub count by 2. Okay. Also applies the following effects to self according to the number of defeated battle members. So he gets cover null. No, sorry, he doesn't get cover null. He gets type neutrality for 10 counts when you have a full team alive. 60% vanish back when there's 1 dead battle member. When he's last man standing, he gets 80% of his vanishing gauge back and goes type neutral. So I'm just going to assume that for most of the fight, which is true, you're going to have your full team alive. So he's drawing a full hand. He's gaining ki, doing more damage with his striker blast card, shortening ally sub count by 2, and then going type neutral for 10 counts. But it's only for damage sustained when you have a full team alive. When you have a dead battle member or 2, you're getting true type neutrality for offense too. Okay, so he doesn't have a way to go type neutral from the green card if you have a full team alive. This powerful ultimate arts will nullify your opponent's endurance effects and allow you to draw new cards. So drawing cards from literally everything is drawing cards. Deals massive impact damage, falling effects occur upon activation. Randomly draws at most 3 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. You know what I'm actually going to be looking for now? Is this guy going to have like an Angel Golden Frieza / green transforming Rose effect where he's gaining damage per card drawn? That might be what we're looking at here because he's drawing cards from everything. Yeah, draws 3 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 counts. Nullifies endurance. Shortens ally sub count by 2. Okay. And then minus 50% to enemy sustained damage cut effects to self for 3 counts if there's a defeated battle member. If there's a defeated battle member, I mean, that, you know what's probably going to be the case? I bet you Android 8 has death buffs. Android 8 is a perfect character to like have one of those effects where he like reduces sub count by 10 when the enemy rushes, and then he has like absurd death buffs. Because this Goku is getting a lot of effects from having a dead ally, which makes sense with Android 8 because I mean he gets thrashed by Black, right, from the movie. All right, so unique ability 1. While this character is on the battlefield, you'll recover ki and draw a new card if you have 3 or fewer cards each time you gain a Dragon Ball. Each time you gain a Dragon Ball. Huh. So if you click a card with a Dragon Ball on it, you draw a card. That's interesting. I mean, that's definitely innovative. We haven't seen that before. Plus, you'll nullify special cover changes for a set number of timer counts. This ability makes it easy to gather Dragon Balls without having to stop your offense. Not to mention that if there is a defeated battle member on your team, you'll gain a Dragon Ball, nullify special cover change, and nullify unfavorable element factors for damage sustained upon entering the battlefield. This ability can really help you out if you're in a jam. When activating the Rising Rush, you'll gain an uncancelable buff that nullifies the enemy's special cover changes. That's what we've been waiting for. To that meme, that's what we've been waiting for. Yes, finally, a way to deal with Goku and Frieza. Although, this guy being purple, you just run him with Goku and Frieza. So stupid. Why they make him purple? How dumb is that? Applies the following effect self when battle starts. 90% damage inflicted, reduce damage received by 70%. He does actually get card draw speed. I was actually kind of worried he wouldn't get card draw speed at all because he has so many ways of getting cards, but yeah, he does have card draw speed. -3 to arts cost, just in general, okay. So I guess it's important to note that there's no base key recovery here, which it does matter. I mean, we're seeing a lot of characters that reduce key recovery, and we'll read the rest of the kit here, but mental note, there's no base key recovery on this character. Applies the following effect self when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card. Moving through a few cards. So more card draw. He restores key by 30. Applies the following, applies attribute upgrade, shortens sub count by 1 for 15 counts. Okay, so if he switches in and then goes back out within 15 counts, he gets 9 counts instead of 10 to switch back. Following effects also occur if there is a defeated battle member. Again, with the defeated battle members, I'm telling you guys, Android 8 is going to have some kind of death feature. Whether he gives death buffs or he reduces sub count by 10 when the enemy rushes. He's going to have something. I mean, there's no way. Restores health by 40%, activates once. Increases own Dragon Balls by 1. Applies buff effect, nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover to self for 5 counts. So, and then he goes type neutral for damage sustained, and then inflicts all enemies that would downgrade plus 10 to all arts cost. So that's when there's a defeated battle member. So again, he's getting a lot of effects when you have a defeated battle member. Applies the following effects to self every time own Dragon Balls increase by 1 while this character's on the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card when you through fewer cards. Restores key by 10, and then he gets cover null for 5 counts. I mean, we've never seen an effect like this before, so we are going to have to test this out to see how good it is. I mean, so it's every time he gains a Dragon Ball when he's on the battlefield. So again, you click a strike card that has a Dragon Ball on it, he's drawing a card, getting key back, and he's getting cover null for that. So what you probably want to do, actually, is you probably want to time, click card with Dragon Ball on it, click card without Dragon Ball on it, click card without Dragon Ball on it, and then at that point your cover null will expire, and then you want to use card with Dragon Ball on it, right? You see what I'm saying? You want to time when you're applying this buff to yourself. So you want to use your cards that have Dragon Balls on them and which don't have Dragon Balls on them to amplify the uptime of the cover null effect, which is interesting. I actually kind of like that. It's definitely a different way to play. Following effects occur when this character activates a Rising Rush. Applies buff effect and nullifies enemy special actions that activate when changing cover for 5 counts. Cannot be canceled. Yeah, try and nullify that, Goku and Frieza. Just try. Inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade minus 70% to health restoration for 3. This makes me even more annoyed, though, that they did this for this character. Imagine if they made this character yellow or green. Because what they could do with Goku and Frieza is when you switch in with this kid Goku, you just switch to Goku and Frieza, right? I mean, I don't know if this kid Goku's going to have the strength just to like one combo them raw, but if they're already switched in with Goku and Frieza, then they can still nullify the rush. Because this only works if you rush against Goku and Frieza and they cover change against the rush. Then they can't nullify it. But if they're already switched in and you rush, they're still going to nullify it. So if this guy was yellow and the opponent switches into Goku and Frieza and they're switched in to the Goku side, this kid Goku probably would have just straight up decimated the Goku side, and then they'd be forced to switch, and at that point you could rush. But I mean, we'll see. We haven't looked at the full kit yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if like we started using this kid Goku who's purple, and Goku and Frieza being type neutral are able to just switch in and tank like his combos. I mean, I guess what you can do is you can get the rush with a different character and then just like switch to Goku and rush instantly before they can react. So we'll see. And then minus 70% health restoration on rush too, which is nice. So if you're rushing a character that has endurance, they won't heal as much from it. All right, so second unique ability. This is going on for a long time. Unique ability includes a special cover change against strike arts. Goku's greatest feature, the unique gauge, increases every time you gain a Dragon Ball, which will also grant buffs to damage inflicted and reductions to blast and special arts cost too. Moreover, when the unique gauge is full, damage dealt from special move and ultimate arts will increase, and allies will recover health and get a buff to damage inflicted. Plus, when Goku's health reaches 0, not only will an endurance effect activate, but your allies' substitution counts will be decreased, while the enemies will be increased. All right. So let's see. So he has a cover change against strikes, which is comboable with the blue card. I was thinking this guy might have a universal cover change, which we actually haven't seen in a while, because Roshi has a cover change against blast, and then Android 8 and Kid Goku both have a strike cover change. So okay. Charge his own unique gauge and applies the following effects to self every time own Dragon Balls increases by 1 while this character is not defeated. So even when he's not switched in, this will still, like, the effect will still be here, right? So if you gain a Dragon Ball with Android 8, for example, and Goku's on standby, his unique gauge will still increase, right? It's while he's not defeated. So restores health by 5%, 10% damage inflicted, activates 7 times, cannot be canceled. 40% damage inflicted, cannot be canceled, activates once, and then 20% damage inflicted for 15 counts. So the first Dragon Ball you get, he's getting 70% damage. And the thing about this is not like, I think it's like Red Omega Shenron or something that has a similar effect to this, where Red Omega Shenron gets damage inflicted when he switches in, depending on how many Dragon Balls you have at that instant. This Goku is not like that. As long as you collect 7 Dragon Balls, he's going to have his full damage, right? Because that's a permanent, like these are permanent effects. So if you collect 7 Dragon Balls, he's getting 110% damage just from this. And then he's getting, 20% temporarily. Like this is the only temporary buff here. Then he's getting -1 to blast and special move arts costs, which I guess is going to stack on top of this too. So he's going to technically be at -10. Following effects occur once unique gauge is full. So that's when you've collected 7 Dragon Balls. So you know what's funny about this too is even if your Dragon Balls get destroyed, that doesn't destroy the effects, right? So let's say you collect 5 Dragon Balls and then, I don't know, you're fighting the Gammas and the Gammas destroy 3 of your Dragon Balls. Now you're down to 2 Dragon Balls. If you go back up to 4 Dragon Balls, that's still your full unique gauge filled up, right? Because it's only 7 times until you get this, right? Charges on unique gauge and applies following effects every time own Dragon Balls increased by 1 with cares. Yeah, so I don't know how they're gonna display this, actually. Like, this is not gonna be a unique gauge that you like fill up. This is not gonna be a gauge that like fills up fully. It's more so just gonna be a counter, I think, because this is something you can activate unlimited amount of times. But it says full. The following effects occur once unique gauge is full. I guess we don't know how many it's going to take, because it could potentially take more than 7, but it probably is going to be 7, huh? He heals by 25%, 50% to special move and ultimate damage inflicted 50. He's already getting 50 when there's a dead ally, right? No, he's getting 50 just in general, and then he's getting sustained damage penetration if you have a dead ally. Okay. Restores other allies' health by 15%. Okay, so he's not getting this himself. 15% of damage inflicted by other allies, so he's supporting. Following effects occur when own health reaches 0. Restores own health by 30%. Applies attribute upgrade. Shortens sub count by 5 to self. That's permanent. Effect resets after character switch. What? Oh, this is what resets. Yeah, so he has infinite -5 sub count to himself when he gets his endurance popped. Shortens ally sub count by 10. So if this Goku's getting comboed, as soon as the enemy pops his endurance, he reduces ally sub count by 10, even in the middle of the combo, which is nice. Okay. And then inflicts all enemies with 5 sub counts. Now this could actually potentially be pretty interesting, because this is not like this is actually giving the enemies on standby 5 sub counts. So you're basically locking the enemy in for 5 counts. So what you could technically do with this Kid Goku is the enemy rushes, assuming it's not, you know, like Vegeta Blue or Gogeta Blue who nullify endurance on rush. And let's just say they rush with Goku and Frieza. Right, Goku and Frieza, you use a Rising Rush, you switch into this Kid Goku, and then you, well, actually, Goku and Frieza is not a good example of this. Let's just say, I don't know, Namek Goku. Super Saiyan Blue, LF Namek Goku uses a Rising Rush. You switch into this Kid Goku, he pops your endurance on this Kid Goku. You inflict both of the enemies on standby with 5 sub counts. You go for a blast, he vanishes, and then you just get a free rush because he can't switch because he's locked in for 5 counts. So that is pretty strong. I do think that's interesting. It's not like a crazy, ridiculous ability, but that's pretty good. Okay, so let's just see if we can calculate how much damage overall he's getting. So let's just assume he has a fully charged unique gauge. It looks like it's going to be 7 Dragon Balls obtained, but we don't know. So this is, again, 110% from this. Then he's getting 90%. So, I mean, he's going to be at 200% damage with his full unique gauge up, right? And then on top of that, he's getting 20% just whenever he whenever he gets a Dragon Ball, which could stack up. I mean, this is stackable. It lasts 15 counts. This is not applying to himself. He's getting specific damage, special move, and ultimate. I mean, special move could actually hit really, really hard. He's not getting any extra damage on the special move itself, but 50% when he has the full unique gauge. That's going to be hitting pretty hard. It is. Okay, and then plus don't forget he's also stacking up the sustained damage cut penetration. I think the number one thing that we're gonna have to keep an eye on here when we first test this character out is like how effective is this? This is what we need to keep our eye on. No, it's this right here. Like the fact that he gains all these effects when he gets a Dragon Ball. It's gonna be dependent upon you like managing your Dragon Balls in your hand. So it's gonna add a lot of mental, I don't know, mental games to think about when you're playing with this character, because not only are you thinking about what arts cards do I want to press, this adds another layer to it because it makes you think about, okay, in this situation I kind of want to press the strike, but because I want to save the Dragon Ball to get Cover Null later on, I'm gonna actually press this card instead. So that's interesting. I understand now, though, why a lot of these cards are built the way they are. Right, so for example, the green card. Him filling his hand from the green card means that you're just able to cycle through and fish for Dragon Balls. Right, so if you are in the middle of a combo and you pop this green card with Goku, you can fish for Dragon Balls to get Cover Null, to get Key back, to draw more cards. Right, so this is, I think, potentially a ridiculously snowbally unit. So we'll see how this is. Let me know down below what you guys think of LF Path to Power Kid Goku, as well as Roshi and Android 8. This went on for a long time, but got a lot to cover here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.